Hello, everyone. Hi, this is James from Prague. How are you all? Welcome in the middle of July here, SoulCARE. Nice to see you again. I was not here last Monday because of 4th of July weekend, and everybody was out with families and friends and gatherings, and so I thought it'd be good to have a day off on Monday, and I was with my niece and nephew and their children, and it was the best week I had with them. They were 9, 11, and 12 years of age. No, 9, 10, and 11 years of age. And we had a great time. And so the whole week through children's eyes, which is always great. And I did a blog last week regarding that. I'm going to a Padres game in San Diego. I've never been to, I have been to baseball games, but this was pretty intense. It was baseball history was made with a grand slam home run done by a pitcher, a relief pitcher, who had never been to the major leagues before. This is his debut into major leagues, and they put him up as a pinch hitter. He was a pitcher, and he did a grand slam, and Padres won the game. It was very exciting, really exciting for everybody there. So it felt wonderful. So glad I'm back here. Let's see the comments we have here. Hi, Christy, Dominic, Oliver, Patricia, Lisa. Hello, Cliff, New Jersey. Oh, Stockholm, Germany. Oliver, nice to see you. Sue from Henley on Thames, UK. Hello. Wowee, everybody. Chicagoland. Wow. Wow, having a good time. Having a good time. Wow. Wowee. Everyone will come on. It's been a while, but everyone's had a good time. Based on what I've been going through with my friends and discussions and things around, everything's about the COVID thing still, with the Delta variant and people taking vaccines and not. And I know people that are not doing it. And I just, I don't know. I think it's safe to get, I think it's pretty safe to get the vaccine. So I would just say you should look at that. Just say that's a discussion. It's very interesting how people are becoming, a lot of people have emailed me and they said, well, through this whole experience, and I can relate to this as well, I've become much more sensitive. I've become much more sensitive during COVID because I've stayed at home, and I've really not couldn't caught up with the frenetic, crazy energy every day. I've been at home. I've been with myself, and it's made me much more sensitive. Are there something to deal with? How can you deal with the sensitivity that we're going through? So I'm going to give you a quiz. All right. So wherever you are, whether it's in Stockholm, Germany, or the UK, or Florida, get out a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and we'll see if you're ultra sensitive or not. Came up with this lovely quiz to give you today. Toronto, hello, Dominic. So piece of paper, pen, great. New comments. Hi, Jim. Hi. I'm not a Jim, though. I'm a James. I've never been a Jim, but thank you. Hi. Rhonda, you have a what? You have an allergy, so I can't have been trying to figure it out. I don't understand what that means, but that's okay. A lot of people have allergies too. Hello, Deborah from Cali, Orlando, Florida. Okay, you got your paper, pen? Here you go. I'm going to ask a question. So, have you felt the past, well, we could say past month even, or since COVID, but probably it's COVID about 16 months. So, let's say the past 5-6 months, I sense that everything's overwhelming. and the world has it gone back to normal? Is there a new normal? What's going on? I don't know. It's pretty incredible. Do you actually, do you miss social distancing? Something you can ask yourself. And you feel like it's hard for you sometimes to get back in with people, or you're too sensitive to ground people. So a lot of people are like that. So you might be what we call an HSP, a highly sensitive person, which is you pick up things left and right, and you don't even know you're picking things up, but they're happening. And you walk in a room, you feel energy, or you're talking to somebody and you get energy from them, and it overwhelms you. So how many people that? Do we have that? Let's see. I'm looking at my comments. Okay. Hello from Brazil. I'm still coming on. Okay. How many people feel overwhelmed? Let me put it that way. And maybe in the comments you can tell me if you feel overwhelmed and highly sensitive. Hi, Anita. Okay. Yes. Yes, from Holly. Yes. Patrick Colliard says yes. Over yes. Yes. Most of us are yes. And she says no. Okay. Yes. Yes. So if we move over, okay. So I'm going to give you a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. I'm going to give you a circumstance, and if it applies to you, I want you to put a check next to it. Okay. So if it applies to you, I'm going to say if it applies to you, it makes sense to you, put a check next to it. Okay. The only one that applies, anything that applies. If it doesn't apply, no check. Okay. First one. I'm extra conscious of the vibe or atmosphere of various places I go to, and go out of my way to avoid spending time where the environment is not to my liking. If that's you, put a check. Next one. 2, if I'm exposed to violence on TV shows and movies, the effect of it stays with me for days. 3, when at a job interview, date, or meeting someone for the first time, I can sense their approval, interest, and shifts in their attention as soon as they occur. 4th one, my own mood is influenced by the mood of the people around me. 6th one, I am very intuitive and pay attention to signs and signals from the universe. I was saying yes. So check them off. Makes sense. Next one, I'm profoundly moved by beauty in nature, art, or music. That's a yes for me. Next one, I find myself inexplicably drained after being around certain people. The psychic vampire people. Yep. Check on your box. I tend to be philosophically and spiritually oriented. Next one, I'd rather avoid situations that are too intense or chaotic. Next one, I'm aware of the way people feel around me and when any slight change occurs in them. I feel necessary of taking care of people. I feel necessary to take care of people. Next one, people seek me out when they are feeling down or having trouble or a problem. Now, you might have checked all of these, which is, I'm pretty much there myself, or you might not have. I pride myself on being polite, dependable, and meticulous. I know exactly what it takes to make guests in my home feel comfortable and taken care of. Next one, news stories about violence, war, and intolerance often brings me to tears. I gotta change the channel. Next one, I'm easily startled. Last one, I avoid saying no because I hate to disappoint anyone. Do you like this? Okay, that's it. Right, so look at your list. Now, if you have 5 or more, how many have 5 or more checks? I'm gonna look at the comments. Yes. Yes, all but 1. Yeah, I had yes, all but 2. Yes, I would expect this, by the way, coming onto this page. Aaron O'Brien, yes. Checks everything. Yes, me too. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people would. I would expect it. So if you have 5 or more that apply to you, then guess what? You're an HSP, which is a highly sensitive person. And I respect that here on my site here. And to be interested in the type of work that I do in yourself, you're all sensitives. Most of you are all sensitives. Even the purple people that are here for the very first time today, you're probably saying yes, sensitive, because it's like attracts like, so you're drawn to that. So as a highly sensitive person or an empath, so what's the difference? Same thing, empathic, picking things up energetically. There's a special gift, and really, I don't think it's something that should hinder you or hold you back, but it's in a way teaching other people about light, about energy. And we need more of you in the world. We need more empaths and sensitives, especially that this world is getting a little chaotic and crazy in a way that people aren't, it's very strange. I find that people are hiding and people are afraid to speak their truth and not be truthful and just find it much easier to follow the group. We don't want to do that. We want to be pioneers. Each one of us is an individual, and each one of us really is distinctive and dynamic. And each individual light has to shine, right? So, if you're an empath and a sensitive, but you don't know how to deal with the energy of that, and you might feel that you're out of balance or you're oversensitive, which a lot of people might feel as a sensitive empath, you need to take care of yourself. You need to be responsible to care for your energy system. this beautiful energy system, which we are all energy. And the number one way of dealing with that energy is grounding oneself and learning the proper techniques and ways of grounding yourself. And also familiarizing yourself with what your energy is like, what your energy looks like, feels like. On tonight's show, Both Sides Now and Beyond at 6 o'clock tonight, right here with Kelly White, we're going to be talking about the aura, the auric field, that energy field around every living thing, and different aspects of the auric field. Not only the colors and how to recognize, but how they feel, the colors feel, and all little things you might not have known about the auric field, about the envelope that we are, that's really surrounding us. So that we're going to talk about tonight. Right. So I just want to let you know that there are certain techniques that you can, use in order to deal with your sensitivity. Well, there you go. Thanks, Renee. You don't have to take on the weight of the world. You don't need to do this as an empath or a sensitive person. You don't need to be fearful of it either. No reason to be fearful. It's quite the opposite. You are in control. You are in control as long as you take the responsibility to become aware of who you are, what your energy feels like. You don't have to be there for everybody else. Create boundaries in your life. Boundaries are really important. I'm finding that now. I've had to have boundaries the past 2 or 3 weeks, boundaries with people who kind of like take advantage of the sensitivity or the empathetic nature of us. You got to be aware of that. You got to take responsibility, put those boundaries, cut those cords if you need to. You got to protect your energy systems. So today I wanted to talk to you about a very special course that I have, which I've had in my school for a while, but it's one of the ones that people come up to me often whenever they do, and they'll say, I took this one course and it really changed my life as a sensitive person. I didn't realize that I could be sensitive and still be strong. I didn't have to be so vulnerable. I could be strong and speak my truth, and I could feel centered and grounded. So that's what I'm going to tell you about today. Today's course is life tools for the highly sensitive person. So it's something I think everybody needs, especially at this time. Renee, put the banner up here for that. Thank you, Renee. It's really the course, the only type of course that I know that I've seen around, and I look at everything. Been to bookstores, and right now it's interesting. Bookstores. I went to some spiritual bookstores. Very interesting. I'm finding that a lot of spiritual bookstores are starting to fall into retail, which I'm sure they have to survive, and they can make a lot of money on books. So they're getting a lot of like other things in there, crystals and journals and all different types of other materials in there instead of books. So, I just think it's good to stop and take heed. And really, when you're a highly sensitive person, again, when you're in control of that space, you can have everything you want. It's all energy. It's how you manifest and how you think of yourself. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the course. It's not only do I teach you how to protect your sensitive energy, but I show you how to use it and create the life you want. So I'm going to describe to you what's actually in the course. And you'll see this on the website too, but I wanted to talk to you about it. Discover how to use your sensitivity as an aspect to help you thrive in all areas of your life. Finally, ooze confidence and love yourself without changing who you are. Liberate yourself from the overwhelmed stress and self-doubt that hold you back. Learn how to protect yourself from other people's unwanted energy and thought forms. That's really, really true. So where I live right now, I've used these techniques in my space that I'm living in, and I work the energy of the house I'm in, and the land that I'm in, and the garden that I have here. And I'll walk around every day with my doggy and walk around, and I work with the energy. And exactly what I'm teaching you in this course. And it's so interesting because I told a friend of mine this yesterday, people cannot come onto this property. They will not come on this property, and they have to be aligned to the energy. If not, it spits them right out. I recently just had someone here started working here, and they left in 2 weeks, couldn't take it. They don't know why, and I didn't say anything, but it's really the energy here that when you walk into a space that the vibratory rate is very high and there's love, there are a lot of people can't take that. So wouldn't that be great for you to have it all around you all the time and draw to you like-minded people, because the natural law is like attracts like. So you will attract those beings, those people into your life, and those situations in your life that are a like frequency, that are exactly just alike. Like attracts like. You're a magnet. You will attract to situations in your life and people in your life who are on that vibration. And that's what's happening here in my life. And I'll tell you, it's so interesting how the universe works, because those people that just hang on, they go away, they slough off. And those that are meant to be in your life and support you, and you to support them and come as a unity, they come into your life. So it's worth doing this. It's worth really to help your life and to own who you are and be empowered. Be empowered with these horror. So Life Tools for the Highly Sensitive. It's an incredible course. It also helps you become more comfortable in chaotic situations, environments, how to deal with family members. Remember, there are karmic ties you have there, but also you might set boundaries. I go to a whole bunch in the course, but not judging people, because we can't judge others, because you never know what level that they're on. They might not be up to a certain level that you are, understanding and perspective. So accept them for who they are, where they're at. But where it comes down to is boundary work. Is you cannot let them attack you. You cannot let them try to empower you, overpower you, but empower you. I always say we should have people in our lives that support us, not tear us down. And we're first going to start with ourselves, to be really aware of our energy system, who we are, centering ourselves. I also put in the course how to deal with difficult, even impossible people, which, once you think you know it, the universe will throw someone in your life to prove that you know it. So I love it. And I look at that as, I don't say a game, but I look at it as, I think it's an understanding. I think how certain people react to certain ways you speak. Communication is very important. And you can learn to communicate what you mean in a loving and empathetic way. And that's who you are. That's what it should be. If that person cannot handle it, that's not your problem. That's the energy. You're coming from a loving space. And I'm saying judge them, but you're saying who I am, and this is who I am. Love me for who I am, right? Let it also two major parts of this course is so great, is releasing blocks to wealth and to happiness and success. And people say to me, you should have love life and wealth. And I'm like, I have all that. I bring that in every day in my life. I'm with that every day. I'm not in a sense of being desperate, like I want someone in my life or having money and wealth and happiness. I have that. I welcome it. That's part of my nature. That's part of who I am, right? So it's putting that mindset, if you will, into that space and not looking at life as really hard and difficult. It isn't. It's lessons we're learning. It's classes that we're taking. It's understanding. It's perspectives. It's that sort of thing. And also, I think the most important part of the course. There's so many great parts of it, but one of the things I think is so important is learning how to let go of anything or anyone in your life that is draining to your energy. Let go. Bye-bye. And you feel so much better. You feel so much healthier. It's really interesting. This is so interesting. I had somebody work on me, and they work on me and doing body work on me and stuff. And I didn't feel right with the energy. I said, this doesn't feel right. And I didn't go with my instinct. And the person ended up hurting me. So I was like, wow, physically. So I'm recuperating. But I should have listened to that, because that was the universe saying, don't have that energy there. And I felt it. I didn't. So I was being reminded. So this course does all that. And the course also includes 45 video trainings, which you have the rest of your life and go back and learn and listen to them, see them again, because the second time, but the third time, you'll get something out of it very different, because you'll be in a different space. 7 weekly experimental lessons to enjoy at your convenience. When I teach and do a course, a lot of I go for it. Just go all the way, because I don't want to do anything half-assed in life. I don't want to leave this body at the end of my life, look back and say, I should have done more for that in that course. I should have taught that way. I give it all out as soon as I can. I help illuminate weekly assignments designed to help you nurture and protect your sensitive energy. And it's also, again, the community of the Live for the School. It's a lovely Facebook page. We have a community. And I do these calls also, which I'm going to be doing, which is open calls for anyone who's taking a course. You can come on the calls. We're working on that. But it's a great course. And I know for people that are sensitive, especially if that's a quiz, 5 things in that quiz that you took, that you checked off, it would help you. So go to JP School of Mystical Arts, Life Today. Just click right there and read it. But if it works for you, if you feel a resonation towards it, then do that. And if not, that's fine too. But I just want to make this available for you. Okay. PJ Chapman says, my mental state is so messed up. Well, PJ, what are you going to do about it? Okay. Okay, Renee, you want to put some questions up? We'll answer some questions if we can. Okay. I'm an impact. Okay. Susie Wright, my job is draining my energy. How do I let go? Well, Susie, well, then let the job go. Then quit the job. So what's holding you back? Fear that you're not going to get something else? What you really want to do? So are you living from love or fear? So, and being realistic, what else is available for you before you quit the job? But don't look at it as a negative, as a positive, but you got to take care of yourself. So what else can you do that will support you and that will help you? Okay. Amy Wilson, is there a way to raise the vibration in a place that feels a bit negative? Plant flowers, chimes. Yes, plant flowers is great, Amy. But what I do is I, of course, start with myself, and my own heart self, my own loving energy, and I really send that out along with the universal loving energy. So I illuminate a place. I talk all about this in the course, how to change spaces and places by using the nurturing energy of the universe, bringing that down and surrounding the entire space. And grounding that space, taking away, if you will, any negative energy or energy which is coarse, and it works. Okay. Hi, Sarah Hughes. What do we do? What do we do when people are negative due to illness like dementia? Well, I would definitely limit my time around them if it affects you. But again, if you're in control of your space, you are aware, you're objective, which is you're observing them. You don't take it personally, have compassion. And that's really what you should be doing. So if you're centered in your being, that shouldn't have anything to do with you, right? Okay. Wait, what Patrick calls, can your own energy heal your body? Of course it can. Yes, love, baby, love. Love is the greatest healing force in the universe. Lil Missy, how do you have a boundary, say, with my father without feeling extremely guilty? Well, then that's your problem there, isn't it, sweetie? Why would you feel guilty? Why would you feel guilty about speaking your truth? Now, you don't want to judge him, and you can be honest with your father, saying, Dad, this is how I'm feeling, and I need to express my feelings with you. So it might even bring you closer. I remember, Little Missy, that before my father passed away, my mom had passed, and I remember that my father never said, I love you. And I thought, I'm not going to let him go without saying, I love you to him. So I did. I said, I love you. Well, he just started saying, I love you to all the kids, to every friends. And it was as if I gave him permission. And in his generation, that wasn't something he learned to say. So I gave him that permission. So I think that, we as humans, we take all this drama and we think people are going to behave a certain way. Just be yourself and speak to him the way it is. And, that you can't look to other people to support you in your own, who you are. They're going to love you or not for who you are. Yeah. Okay. Sarah Gale Greenlaw, how do I turn off my ability to sense other people's energy, including those who are no longer living? Sarah, I talk all about that in the course. So you'd have to do the course. There's a lot of things in there. It's not a simple answer, but it's in the course, it's a conglomeration of different techniques that we use, and awareness exercises and perception exercises. So it's worth taking that for you, because you should not be in a space you can't turn other people's energy off. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like you're enslaved to other people's energy. And as a sensitive, it's not an enslavement. It's not a negative thing. It should be a positive thing. Okay. Sarah Stone, how can I better connect to source energy? Loving yourself more. It's funny, I hear Sarah go, sometimes people think the answer is a response going to be these incredibly philosophical, evolved answers. No, pretty much simple. Life is simple. So love or fear. Okay. Dominic DeLuca, I just started meditating and purchased some of your courses. Very good. Do I need to have my eyes closed with them the whole time? No, you do not. There are also some wonderful meditations you can do with your eyes open, but focused. So for instance, you might have a candle in the room, light the candle, and focus, like called scrying. Focus on the flame. And that's, you can do music. You can do music where you don't have to. Just focus on the flame and breathing. Breathing in, 3, breathing out, 4. Breathing in, 3, breathing out, 4. So start that. Easy way. Okay. Raven the Mooncat, do you have a course on animal communication? Yeah, funny you ask, Raven, but I'm working on it right now, and that will be available in September. We're doing a 3-day course, and it's going to be with Samantha Curry, who's been with me before. probably one of the best animal communicators in the world, and used by many different organizations for their animals. So that'll be in September. We're going to be doing that. Okay. Patty Campbell, my great niece, 2.5 years of age, told her mother she spoke with God. Mm-hmm. She said she climbed to climb to climb. She described how he looked and he told her she was a good little girl. Mm. My niece, her mom, said there was no immediate previous conversation about God. Oh, wow, Patty. Patty, children are very open to spirit. They're very open from the other side. They've just come from the other side. So their points of reference are from the spirit side of life. I think we get confuse them. Sometimes we talk about God because I think God is an energy. So it's pure love. My 9-year-old grandnephew was here this week, and he said, Uncle James, yes, he said, nature teaches us everything. If we just pay attention to nature, that's the wisdom that we have all around us. I said, you're right. Very, very true. That's good. Deborah McIntosh, I have earthbound spirits come to me. They talk to me when I'm alone or late at night. What does this mean? Well, Deborah McIntosh, I don't understand that. I don't know if I believe necessarily in a lot of earthbound spirits, because I think that human beings create so much in their mind about these things, earthbound spirits and fears and that and this. They exist to a point. They exist. I did a show called Ghost Whisperer years ago, and it was really about those spirits who have left the body and they're kind of stuck in a space, just like the movie Ghost, where they have to finish something, resolve the situation, perhaps in their own mindset, and then move on. But earthbound spirits, the only earthbound spirits I know are us. We're the earthbound spirits. I don't know any others that are earthbound spirits. Why would someone choose to be here when they can have a wonderful time on the other side? That's our home. It's not our home. So I find that hard to believe. So there's something else going on. You're probably very, very psychic, Deborah. And but I think that you need to understand more of it and take classes in it and learn about it. That's what I think. I think you're very psychic. Yeah. Okay. Holly Thompson, how can I get my teen to meditate for a calming point? Well, you could do it with your teen, and it doesn't be formal. It could just be sitting down and speaking for a little bit and pausing and doing breath work. I did 3 classes of yoga with my grandnieces and nephew, and they loved it. They were just loving it, and always was breath work, breathing in, breathing out. And that's really what it was. So just start with breath work, Holly, and you need to be the the teacher, the instructor in that, how you behave, how you work, how this child watches you behave and observes you. So I'm going to take a moment to pause and be quiet now. And then you can share that with your child. Easiest way. Remember, always go to the heart, not the head. Always. I think you teach our children, go to the heart, not the head, because you feel with your heart. Your soul's in your heart, not your head. Okay. Good luck. Coco Rose Sandergaard. Hey, from Denmark. Okay, Denmark. Do you believe we can heal your body? Yes. Just like what we say, yes. That's my question. Yes, Coco. There's no reason why we can't heal our bodies. But the mind, it can create or destroy. So it's in the mind. There's also lots of factors involved in healing the body. So we have to look at it's not a simple thing. What are the complexities or other factors that are involved? For instance, there might be a karmic situation or a lesson you have to learn about a certain ailment that you need to go through. So when we say we heal the body, we certainly can. But at the same time, we got to be aware of it. There might be certain ailments that we have to look at in different ways. Yeah. But I don't believe in just ease. Just ease to me is the energy flows through the body. We'll talk about this tonight in the show as well. We discuss auras, that when you have a limitation in the body or in the mind, that you place a limitation on, for instance, if there's an emotional upset, let's say you broke up with somebody, you divorced somebody, or you lost somebody, and you just have a hard time letting that go, and you're holding that emotionally, in the emotional body, you're still holding on to that, and it's really, really hard. That'll block energy, blocks the energy from flowing, because the energy is always flowing through the body, right? From the top, all the way down to the bottom, back up. But if you have a blockage, whether it's an emotional, mental, spiritual, physical blockage even, it blocks energy. And if we don't release the energy and let it flow naturally, it begins to, if you will, calcify and build up and block things from happening, block the prana, the life force. So think about that. Okay. Sharon Thompson, can we heal our pets? We can heal our pets. Dr. Dog, Dr. Turbo Jones almost let us let. Okay. My dog, Dr. Turbo Jones, good name, almost let us last night with water on his heart. I want to heal animals. Okay. Sharon, I'm going to tell you that I think animals are number one, unconditional love. I helped to bring a condition my dog had. And I literally went into the body or the etheric body and pulled stuff out of her, and she was great after that. So I do think that's a possibility. Why not? I think love does everything. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Marla. How do I truly let go of someone who's truly renting too much space in my head? Well, Marla, what's going on in your head is what I need to ask you then. What are you doing with yourself that you let that happen? Was there obviously something's unresolved, and maybe that's unresolved within you with that relation with that person? Why are you giving that much space and attention to that person? It sounds like there's some unresolved issues going on there. So the number one thing would be to resolve it. The number one step of healing, of course, is being aware. So awareness is a step. So you're aware now that you're overthinking or thinking too much about somebody. It's difficult. Yeah. So what are you learning from it? Why? Maybe on a piece of paper, you can write down, why am I thinking so much about this person? What do I need to do to heal this, let this go? Is there some kind of confrontation, discussion you need to have with this person? I would say obviously yes, because otherwise it would leave your head. So you need to do that, Marla, to take care of yourself mentally, right? Remember, we're mental, physical, spiritual, emotional beings. We have all those different bodies. And when one body is out of kilter, it throws off the rest. So obviously, Marla, if you're overthinking about someone that takes up so much space in your mental body, it's going to affect your emotional body, your physical body, and your spiritual body. It's like a teeter-totter. So we've got to be balanced on each one. So take the steps necessary to bring balance. Thank you. Francine, how many dimensions are there and any information you can share about them? Coming from a human perspective, because we think human, right? In human terms, I think I'm going to answer that with a question I was asked years ago by someone in my audience, and they asked similar question on the ladder of spirituality. Where are the human beings, or what it's all about? Where's the earth compared to all the different places that exist? And the guides came through and said, ha ha ha, the earth is like, for you to know exactly what it's like, for you human beings to know exactly what it's like. Think of it this way, that the earth is like a grain of sand on your beach. That's what it's like. So there are worlds within worlds within worlds, millions and millions of galaxies, and many different worlds and ways of life. And the one uniform that goes through all those dimensions is that one energy of love. Love strings through all of it. So what we think of love here might be different in the 7th dimension or 8th dimension or different galaxy. But that loving energy, that pieces together the universe as that one energy, that force. Okay. A couple more questions. I'm an empath, Carol Baker, recovering alcoholic and sense spirit. Recovering alcoholic, probably because you were so open that the alcohol closed you down. That's probably why you had to do that, to deaden yourself, the sensitivity. My mother was the same way with that. I struggle with balancing my energy. Where do I begin to manage all this? Well, Carol, number one, there'd be a great course for you. My course would be a great course for you. But I just sense, you got to start with yourself, Carol. Go deep into your soul, and you got to do some soul openings, some soul awakening, self-realization. What do you need in your soul? What do you feel you need, not what you think you need? That's the word. What do you feel within yourself? What is your soul telling you it needs to be happy, to be whole? Maybe there's some traumas from childhood, maybe from even past lives, but let's just deal with this life for now. What's going on that's not been in balance that needs to come into realization and fruition? So that's what you guys do, some soul discovery and soul exploring. And that's exciting, Carol. Look at how you're going to grow and expand. So, but I would definitely, if you can, take the Tools for the Highly Sensitive course. It'd be perfect for you. And the 28-day transformation course will also be excellent for you for soul searching. So everybody, I do hope you will take the course. I come here because I really want you to, now's the time has come. So many experiences let's get together that I put this together thinking people need this right now. So If you want to, it's there. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in school. And on tonight, I hope to see you tonight. Talk about auras on Both Sides Now and Beyond, and that's at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time with Kelly White. And you'll have to check out the times, of course, around the world, what matches that. So we'll be on YouTube and also right here. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.